Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Trying to find my remote to deal with me for a few seconds, guys. I'm gonna go back out the door again. And go out the door again. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. This is for the people who wasn't in here earlier. Yeah, the Epstein files are real. Don't believe in what the DOJ just told you. They are real. I'm going to prove it to you tonight. I am going to prove to you tonight that the Epstein files are real. You know how I'm going to prove it to you? I'm going to give you the words of Trump's impeachment lawyer slash my Jeffrey Epstein's trial lawyer during that case. If anybody know Alan Dershowitz, he was actually accused along with Jeffrey Epstein in the case that Jeffrey Epstein went to jail for. But he got off because the girl said she misidentified him. So after she misidentified him, he became Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. So the whole case with Jeffrey Epstein was the young girls who went to the island, who was on the logs, who flew there, who mingled with who. They got, don't you remember they got Prince Andrew, right? Prince Andrew, which is what's his name? King Charles right now. That's his brother, little brother. King Charles, little brother, cannot come to the United States because he was accused of them same charges that Jeffrey Epstein was accused of. They just kind of banned him from America. They didn't charge him with a crime. But what I am saying is, I'm going to give you the words of Alan Dershowitz, Jeffrey Epstein lawyer, who said he's seen the files. He know who's covering it up and why they're doing it. Now, guys, if you know case law, do you remember Trump in a hush money case where they had put a gag order on him? He couldn't talk about the case while the case was still going. But after the case was over, he could say whatever he wanted to say. And you know that in some cases, if you do know law, after a case is over, the juries sometimes will come out and tell you why they voted the way they did. It's after the case is over, you are relinquished from any duties to be silent. But Trump's lawyer and Epstein's lawyer somehow has an agreement with a judge. I don't know who this judge is. He wouldn't mention it. But he cannot talk about the Epstein case, even though Epstein has been tried, convicted, and sent to prison. He still can't talk about it. Why? When the case is over? Because somebody high up don't want him to talk about it. Now we're gonna get into the goods, guys. We're getting ready to get into the goods. Where you hear Alan Dershowitz come out today and say there is an Epstein file because I was Epstein's lawyer. I seen everything the prosecutor had, and I seen the names and I seen the list. Let's get it. Give me a second. Let me pull it up for you guys. I'm sorry that I'm not on the computer. That's what I really need. I do have OBS Studio, but it's kind of something going on with the computer right now. So I just have to run everything through my phone and get the message out. If you want to know the truth, I will bring you the truth about everything, guys. Here we go. I can't. I gotta put my glasses on. I can't really see these little words. I don't understand what you're saying, brother, about that, but I'm not gonna get into with you about what you just said or anything you said. You free. You welcome to have this free speech around here. If you mean it to be sarcastic or anything, you can just be sarcastic by yourself, because I'm not gonna feed into that.
Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, sat down with Sean Spicer, who was President Trump's press secretary during his first term, and revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey Epstein client list, but he's seen it, he knows who's on it, and he knows for a fact that it's being suppressed. Take a look.
It's not an opinion, this is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely of Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else and withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out, because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But
Bound by a judge and confidentiality. I can understand confidentiality, but which judge? So you can't talk about this case. Alan Dershowitz was Trump's impeachment lawyer in his last impeachment. And he was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer at the same freaking time. You can't make this shit up, man. Jeffrey Epstein could have been a double agent. They asked him about that. And that could be another reason why they're hiding a lot of stuff about Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, his father was, you can look this up, this is public record. His father was like some kind of Mossad agent in the Israel military. Everybody knows that. It's public record, you can look it up. So what they said, well, did his son take his spot after his father passed away? What, did he become a Mossad agent? And that's another reason why they don't want to give up sources and methods about how they obtain certain intelligence on certain people, how they got it, and like the big names that we're looking for in these lists. They don't. If they come out, they're gonna say, well, it's Jeffrey Epstein. He was the person. He was the agent. See, they don't want to. I don't think they want to muddy the waters or get deep in the waters like that either. But he was Trump's best friend for 15 years. They did party together for 15 years. Trump did say he would date his own daughter. If Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he would date her. He did say that, which is weird and very uncomfortable for me to even think about. He did say that. So if you said stuff like that about your own daughter, and you got a best friend named Jeffrey Epstein, they say, it's an old country saying, like in Texas, two birds flock together, or two birds of a feather flock together. It's like y'all the same people, same two people. He only stopped being Jeffrey Epstein's friend after Jeffrey Epstein got locked up. But other than that, it was partying, but it really was one incident that I think Jeff had brought a real young girl over there to Mar-a-Lago. And Trump was like, "What the hell are you doing here with her? No, you can't be seen here with her." And they had a big falling out about that. That is true. So I'm going to state the facts, what the facts are. Trump did kick him out of Mar-a-Lago for having a girl that was that Trump thought was way too young to be in there. But Dufresne is the one Epstein got accused of SN when she was 15, 14. But you know where he found her at, right? He found Dufresne at Mar-a-Lago when she was 14. That's where Epstein found her at. Now, what my thing is about the whole thing, and you can look this up, this is public record. Her name is Dufresne. She just committed suicide about a few months ago. That's what they said happened in Australia. I'm not sure about that, but like Russians always falling out of windows these days for something. Like Ukraine blows up a manufacturing plant. Whoever was running it, it seems to fall out that window. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. But she suicided herself. But like I said, Epstein, what are you doing over at Mar-a-Lago picking up 14-year-old girls? And I'm asking you, Mr. Trump, what was her work? What was her job? What was she hired to do? But you did say on tape, Jeffrey likes beautiful women as much as I do. Some are on the younger side. But you said you would date your own daughter. You're not that different. You're really not that different, Mr. President. So we're going to run it back again. And the man is going to tell you, Alan Dershowitz, ex-Trump lawyer, ex-Epstein lawyer. He represented Epstein. He represented Mike Tyson. He represented OJ in his trial with whatever they was, the Fabulous Five with the OJ trial. Alan Dershowitz was one of the lawyers. When you're in trouble, this is who you go get.
Lawyer sat
Oh.
who was President Trump's press secretary.
Call Chris.
And revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey...
Tell Marquina to call him. Sorry about that. It
Alan
cut me off.
Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's former
Let's
lawyer,
listen to it.
sat down.
Who is Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer. So he would see all the evidence that they had against his client, right? If Alan Dershowitz is Jeffrey Epstein's, he would see all the evidence that the prosecutors have against this client. So that means he's seen the list. He came out today and said, "I've seen the list."
Alan Dershowitz,
But the government said they don't have one.
lawyer, sat down with Sean Spicer, who was President Trump's press secretary during his first term, and revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey Epstein client list, but he's seen it, he knows who's on it, and he knows for a fact that it's being suppressed. Take a look.
It's not an opinion, this is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely in the Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else and withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect the individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's...
I got it. Excuse me. My grandson, man. Out. Let me rewind it for you guys. Sorry about that.
Alan Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz going to tell you from today that he's seen the list.
Alan Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's
lawyer,
sat down with Sean Spicer. Alan Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, sat down with Sean Spicer, who was President Trump's press secretary during his first term, and revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey Epstein client list, but he's seen it, he knows who's on it, and he knows for a fact that it's being suppressed. Take a look.
It's not an opinion, this is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely on the Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else and withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And that's wrong.
He said by a judge, Jeffrey Epstein case is over. There is no more gag order, guys. You know how courts work? There is no gag order if the case is over. So why is you still in agreement? Why are you making agreements with the government? And like I said, you know who was president during the Epstein trial, and you know who helped him out in his impeachment, the same effing lawyer. Dershowitz is a big time guy. Like I said, he was in an OJ trial. He was in the Mike Tyson when he was accused of graping somebody back in the days. You remember Mike Tyson got accused of grape? He was a lot of famous people lawyers. Yeah, I mean, Alan Dershowitz is prominent in the New York area. But this is sad. This is what they, and then they come out and say there is nothing to see in the Epstein files. There is no files. There is no list. But I'm gonna show you when they said it was a list.
I'm here down.
And she's gonna say it's sitting right on my desk.
And you still talking?
Let me see.
A list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. Like logs, we have information, names, that will come out. Now with cash in hand.
It's sitting on my desk for review right now, and then Alina Habba says we have records, we have names, we have flight logs. Listen.
List of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. Like logs, we have information, names, that will come out. Now with cash in hand, there will be
Accountability.
The client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk.
She was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
Donald Trump's will.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, guys, we were just sitting here talking about the Epstein and the client list, but the government came out and said it didn't exist, but we now know it does. We now know the Epstein files are real, guys. government say there is no Epstein files. He killed himself. Do you know when they showed the tape of they didn't even show Epstein's cell. It was behind his cell was actually behind the camera. And then when it was a whole minute and like 2 seconds missing from the tape. It clicked from 11:58 to 12 o'clock. Like it just jumped time. Hello, hello guys, hello. Yeah, but we're gonna get back to it again so everybody can hear that there is people who've seen the Epstein files, and one of them was Epstein's lawyer and ex-Donald Trump lawyer and his impeachment, Alan Dershowitz. He's been all over media. They say they're lying to you. They are lying to you. I've seen it because I had to protect my client against what they were saying about him. So I did see the files. I seen the name because they was going to say, "Oh, what about this and this person?" But yeah, he said he's seen everything.
You need to have fun with your friends and show
Let me,
me the boss.
let me turn this down as I talk over a little bit. Here we go. Oh, come on. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. Give me a second.
Alan Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, sat down with Sean Spicer, who was President Trump's press
We're
secretary.
going to rewind just a little bit so you can hear who he was.
Alan Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, sat down with Sean Spicer, who was President Trump's press secretary during his first term, and revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey Epstein client list, but he's seen it, he knows who's on it, and he knows for a fact that it's being suppressed. Take a look.
It's not an opinion, this is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely in the Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have mistook me for somebody else and withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day I was accused, I said I want every document out because I knew every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed. And they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them. But I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them. And
You heard that? He know the goods on everybody, and trying out. Spicer asked him, "Is it an elite? Is it politicians?" He said it's everybody. Anybody you can name is that you think it's politicians, it's movie stars, it's everything you can imagine. And he said, when you see it, it will be heartbreaking to a lot of Americans who's on that list. I can't show it to you without my computer being running, but I would love to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's I hope old man be I hope you alright, man? Need some water. I hope old man is safe from what he said. Because you know how this administration goes after any and everybody. He didn't say anybody by name. That's one good thing he didn't say. But you know he was implicating. If you seen the video or heard it, he was implicating people. And he was implicating the president. Because the president is all over the Epstein files and the flight logs and all Epstein. We know Trump been with Jeffrey Epstein. He was his best friend for 15 years. Yeah, he went to Epstein Island dozens of times. What he did there, excuse me, I don't know. I'm not even going to get to speculating on that. But you know how much Trump loved beautiful women, and he said Jeffrey Epstein loved them just as much as he do, but some on the younger side. I mean, hey, Prince Andrew got caught up in it, and he can't even come to America anymore. What your boy was doing back there in the 90s? Y'all was having some real freak offs because before they was called freak offs, you was doing what Diddy was doing before Diddy. That's what was happening. But back then they was called bachelors. Remember the word bachelor? Back then. Yeah. Alan Dershowitz got to do it. He say he's seen it. He know the names of people. He can just look you in your eye and say, "I know you mess with them little kids." And there is nothing you can say or call him for defamation or anything because he's seen the files. And I guarantee you, like I'm a Democrat, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. He even said, if you look at this whole interview, there are some prominent Democrats that's in it on that list. Prominent Democrats that's on the Epstein list. He said there's prominent Republicans that's on the Epstein list. How can, who has the right, who has the authority to suppress them? The only one that's doing it right now is the DOJ and Trump's DOJ. When they said we're gonna release everything, no, that's not what they're doing. They lie. They'll promise something and then just to get you to vote for them, and then they just lie to you. Once they're in office, it's like fuck you, you can't put me out. Yeah, I'm betting them. But yeah, you can't. These guys are con artists. Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump Sneakers, Trump Watch, Trump Vodka, Trump the Board Game, Trump Cologne, Trump Tower, which 3 of his casinos. How do you effing bankrupt 3 casinos? That's free money. Casinos are basically free money. You had 7 bankruptcies in your life, but they say, oh, he's a businessman. And I think if you had 7 of them, you're not a very good one. I'm a businessman too. You see the silver coins? I haven't had any. So do that make me a better businessman than Trump? What, I have never had a bankruptcy, a problem with the bank, but he has? See, I don't golf or anything like that or sell, or you got to spend a night in one of my hotel rooms. I just sell silver. You see an 1896, and you got a 1907 1 franc, and you got a 1994 German 1 mark. It's all I'm all over the board with my silver. I got Italy, I got Netherlands, I got German, I have Swiss, I have American, I have Mexico, I have Nicaraguan silver, I have Dominican silver. I mean, whatever. That's what I do. But I'm also pissed at the government because Trump had no idea that Pete Hegseth paused that weapon shipment to Ukraine. They was like, what happened to the weapon shipment to Ukraine? He was like, what do you mean? It was paused last week. We got reporting it was paused last week. He said, don't you know that it happened? I would know everything because it would have to come through me. Then they asked him again, well, I don't know who did it. Can you tell me who did it? Who the hell is running the government? You know, everybody in Trump administration was damn near on TV. He looks at TV like that's your job interview. For Trump, and he wanted to talk about, and then people want to scream DEI. Trump interviews for a job is, how do you look to him on TV? It ain't that you're qualified or you ever had a job or did you even work in that sector, period. Like Linda McMahon from WWE. What are you doing over the Secretary of Education? You have no experience in that. I'm just gonna give you a job because I want you to destroy it. Do you understand when you hurt them kids that be at your wrestling matches? They're gonna stop coming, and the parents gonna stop letting them support you, and you're gonna be like Elon Musk and Tesla stocks. He get these people, these news people that doesn't have Pete Hicks does have experience in the military, but has he ever been a command like in command of troops? Yeah, he had a few assignments, but you're not a general. You don't have 1 star, bro. Not 1 star. But you never even gained 1 star. But you over every fucking thing. You haven't worked enough in the military to say you should even have that job, and then you want to fucking talk about DEI. He is a DUI hire with his drunk ass. Yeah, I drink, but I'm not the fucking Secretary of Defense. I do what I want to do. I don't have troops to lead. He's a fucking DUI hire because I like the way you look on TV. And then he just tells you, Trump tells you what he wants you to relate to the public, and you get out there on your knees with your mouth open and spew that bullshit out your mouth. That's what you do. Don't even know you're being conned by the greatest con man that the world has ever seen. If people don't start thinking for themselves, I mean, what MAGA tell them to do, if MAGA say jump, or Trump say jump, they gonna say how high, Mr. President, how high you want us to do it. Nobody's gonna say anything. He called Ted Cruz's wife ugly. Bro, I'm from Texas. You're not gonna call my wife ugly. I don't give a damn if we doing a political debate. You are not gonna do that. Those are fighting words. In Texas, you can agree to a battle, to fisticuffs, as long as it's 2 agreements. I mean, the police can't do nothing. Hey, they agreed to fight. When it's over, it's over. Yeah, we got that law down here. Yeah, you ain't gonna call my wife ugly, but he can call your wife ugly, and you just, oh yeah, on your knees with your mouth open. Just don't have any nuts anymore. He done took them away. Trump got that bad by taking people ball sacks. You just walk around just scrotumless. You can't say shit because you got to do what he tells you to do, and you got to say what he tells you to say. Or and if you don't, he will ruin your effing lives. He did it to. Okay, you say you worked in the FBI. You ain't never did anything wrong. You've been working there 20 years. He get elected. Him and Elon Musk come through with a sledgehammer. You get fired because your boss told you to go look at this thing, and it maybe not panned out the way they thought it was. It's an investigation. But because it was against Trump, you fired. You done lost there 20 years, and hey man, I was doing my job. I'm a Republican, right? That's what they saying. I was a Republican, right? But he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck who you voted for. Hurricane relief and disasters and wildfires. He don't want to give none of that money over. You didn't vote for him, you ain't getting shit. He told Texas straight up, yeah, you getting some money because in that county I know they all voted for me, they Republicans. But if they was a Democratic county, I don't think so. He said that straight up. So you playing politics with human lives. I thought you was the president for all people, not just certain people. You know, most presidents, like, I'm a president for everybody, the ones who didn't vote for me and the ones who did. Trump, like, man, if you ain't vote for me, fuck you. Straight up. In your face. Hello, hello, hello. And a lot of people like Trump for that fact that he's so blatant with his words and so straightforward. I get it. You know, like Tony Soprano was cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what do you want to do around here? You know, go do this thing over there, and we gonna do the bing bang boom. It's all cool until you live that life, or you involved with that life. You're like, I don't think I want to go over there. I got my wife and my kids. We were supposed to go to the park and have a picnic, but now I gotta go over here and minga bang a boom. No, I don't think I want to do that no more. And then next thing you know, they're gonna take you on a fishing trip with some cement shoes. See, you don't want to be a part of that life. A lot of people work with Trump and then wonder, why the hell am I here? I should. I thought I could do the right thing, but this dude is effing crazy. No, they barely could control him the first time. He's like a Doberman pinscher, just never been trained. Just poops everywhere and does what he wanted to do. And if you leave your food out, he snatch your whole chicken off your plate, and you know he just don't have any boundaries. He just does what he want to do. He's a dog that roams in your house and does exactly what it wants to do. You know, people this dog on is like, don't do that. The dog won't do it because it knows it loves you, loves it. It's a family member. It understands. They didn't treat that dog a different way. Yeah, he just roams over, just pooping all over your house, tearing up your furniture, just cotton everywhere from your soap and love. So you come home from work, your whole house gets destroyed, and you really want to get rid of it, but he just got some. You know, he just looks so cute, man. You better get rid of that before he destroy everything that you own.
I've been using
Get him out of your soul. He is a, you know, they say this is a spiritual thing. Yeah, he's definitely a spiritual thing. I seen him today. Everybody remember Men in Black when the first one, when that like insect creature was wearing that dude like skin as a suit. I seen Trump today and I'm like, bro, is somebody in the suit or somebody wearing Trump skin? Because that dude eyes don't even seem like it fit in the. It was they was like, bro, this dude was on like he was hyped up on some shit, or he ain't slept in like 4 weeks. His eyes looked like he ain't slept in like 4 weeks, or he'd have took some heavy shit. Because it didn't even seem like his eyes belong in his body. Like, yeah, somebody wearing a suit. And I'm like, man, y'all don't let that dude go to sleep. But you know why he can't go to sleep? Because he be up all night texting and tweeting and shit. Thought you're supposed to be the president. You looking at tweets and shit at 2 a.m. in the morning. Go to bed, Mr. President. Get you some sleep. Don't you got bigger shit to do? You worry about what Elon Musk is tweeting and what the Democrat that didn't, or the Republican that didn't vote for the big beautiful bill, what he's saying about you. You worried about that shit. You won. You passed it. You won. Now y'all got to govern. I wish y'all the best, but I don't think y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all have no effing clue what y'all just did. But you're going to feel it. You definitely going to feel the pain. You're going to hear it too from a lot of your constituents. Because you just heard veterans. You heard military people. You heard elderly. You heard like some kids in rural areas, they depend on that free lunch. You know, like your breakfast and free breakfast and lunch, because they don't have a lot of money to feed their kids through the day if they was homeschooled or something, like 3 meals and you homeschool them. They don't have that much money. They depend on those two meals a day to help the family get through. You just took that away. Rural hospitals going to close down because you're taking away people Medicaid and Medicare. If they're not getting that Medicaid, that hospital not getting that Medicaid and Medicare money, it can't stay open. That's just the fact about the big beautiful bill. You're going to hurt the less fortunate and help the fortunate. If you look at his when he came president, he said, I'm going to make you so effing rich Yeah, when he was having little rallies in Mar-a-Lago, he was telling all his big donors, "You're gonna be so rich." Yeah, it's all about them. You know, the robber barons. I think he wanted Elon to be a part of the thing too. The robber baron culture, which mean like the Carnegies, the the one that was in the J.P. Morgans. Um, like they own so much money they actually ran the United States. Now, if you know about Chase Bank, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. Chase Bank is J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. Morgan loaned the United States government money to fight the war. They needed arms, and they needed construction. They needed everything to build the military, to build guns up, for the troops to build, like the suits that they was wearing to upgrade. J.P. Morgan gave, you look it up, did J.P. Morgan supply to America with, and it's going to tell you exact amount that J.P. Morgan Chase gave them. And if he didn't, America wouldn't even have enough money to supply anything. We probably would have lost if it wasn't for J.P. Morgan. They had so much money. Have you ever heard of Carnegie Hall in New York? It's like an opera house or a theater. Carnegie, I think he was a steel build, like a construction worker, or yeah, a construction worker. It's either he was in the oil business or the construction worker. And I think he was the first one to actually work with steel, like steel frame buildings. Like everything was concrete going up, like as far as high rises. But he implemented like steel frames and then a concrete. I think that was Carnegie. Yep. Yeah, slave on the top, I don't own no slaves. I don't want to own no slaves. But I do know, actually, you're right. I do actually know the names of them. Yeah, I'm African American. I do know the names of them because we do family trees around here. So we know them. We know what they look like. We know the place that we was on. So it's all good. It doesn't bother me. You can say what you want to say. I told you this is freedom of speech. You can never get. I'm not your master that you get on your knees on and open your mouth. So you can't say stuff to me to wind me up. Just letting you know that, brother. I got my own way of thinking. I don't let no man tell me what I can and what I cannot do. Nobody is my king. I'm my own king in my family. See, you're not. Donald Trump is your king. That's your daddy. That's why you're on your knees all the time with your mouth open. But getting back to what I was saying, yeah, the Jeffrey Epstein file. You never wind me up, put a key in my back. That's what you're trying to do, though. You almost got me for a second. I'm just letting you know I know who you are. I definitely know who you are. And you could be the FBNI, but like I told you, you knock on my door, you'll have a problem. FBNI. Because you ain't going to deport me nowhere. I'm an American citizen. My family been here since the 1600s. What are you talking about? I bet you my family been here longer than the people who knock on my door. What are you talking about?
Alan Dershowitz, who was Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, sat down
Epstein files do exist, guys.
Trump's press secretary
Let's roll it. Last time.
and revealed that not only is there a Jeffrey Epstein client list, but he's seen it, he knows who's on it, and he knows for a fact that
Yeah, you spamming, bro. You said this last time.
It's not an opinion, this is a fact. I have seen, remember, I was accused falsely in Epstein, and ultimately I was completely cleared. The woman admitted that she may have.
Yeah, you the
been associated
feds,
with
bro.
Somebody else who withdrew all of her lawsuits. And so from day one, from the day
If
I was
you ain't the
accused, I
feds,
found
you
every
something.
document out, because I knew every document.
You either a bot or you the feds, you
So
something,
let
but
me
it's cool.
tell
It's
you,
all
I know
good.
for
Like
a
I said,
fact
knock on my
documents are
door.
being suppressed.
I'ma
they're being
give you
suppressed to protect
something
individuals.
you can
I know the
feel.
names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed.
Knock on my door
I know
talking
who
about
suppressed
some
them.
shit I didn't
I'm
post.
bound by
Got me fucked up.
confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know.
I ain't
But
talking about
stand
hurting nobody.
I know.
But you
I
knock on
know
my
the
door
names of
over
people
somebody who done
whose
said something in the
files are
chat.
being suppressed in
Man, you
order to
better go on
protect them,
somewhere.
and that's wrong.
Just out of curiosity, without
Yeah. Let me go in there until I got things to do. Gotta get up in the morning. I got packages to get out for Silver. Thank you guys very much.